This is where you should eat in Rome, Italy. Alright, so for today's video, I'm going to be reacting to my own video of every place that I ate in Rome, Italy. And by reacting to my own video, it probably will help you on finding places where you should eat, because the places I went to were most of the time absolutely delicious, and I highly recommend you check these places out. So with that being said, let's go ahead and play my own personal video now, and let's get this show on the road. McDonald's in Rome, Italy, and here's what I thought of the food. So we're going to start off with the panzerotti, which is equivalent to a pizza pocket back home here in Canada.
This was
bomb. Genuinely surprised by how good it was, so I'm probably gonna give it an 8 out of 10. And now we're gonna be moving on to macaroons, which is wild.
Also
we don't really
bomb.
have that here in Canada in McDonald's, and this exceeded my expectations for sure. 8 out of 10. And last but not least, we're gonna head on over to the pistachio croissant, and it's wild to have it in the first place. And
also good too.
So I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. So be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and peace.
Alright, so fact of the matter is, whenever you go to a new country or a new place in general, I think the main thing you should always do is give yourself an opportunity to try a McDonald's in that specific area, because as we may not know, all McDonald's all throughout the world have slightly different menus to them. So I think seeing the unique differences between us in Canada versus them in Italy is quite fascinating. So if you do have a chance, I know it's probably not going to be the first thing on your list, definitely check out a McDonald's in the local area that you're going to, because I definitely don't think you'll regret it for sure. It's surprisingly always good most of the time. And on top of that, let me actually show you guys something. So here's the map of Rome specifically. I stayed relatively close to the Trevi Fountain when I went to Rome, Italy, and that was neat in itself. But if you want to see that viral TikTok, Instagram reel specific McDonald's with a nice background and everything, I believe it's this one over here. I hope this is correct, but all I know is whether or not this is or this isn't correct, the McDonald's that's the closest to the Spanish Steps is where that viral McDonald's is going to be. So make it a mission to go to that one specifically, because in my opinion it was the nicest looking one. So with that being said, let's move on to the next place in the video.
Cinco Vinaio in Rome, Italy, and here's what I thought of the sandwich. So I got the Italian with the ciabatta bread, and this was by far one of the best sandwiches I've ever had, so I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and peace out, guys.
I tried. So Cinco Vinaio was extremely delicious. We specifically went to the location the closest to the Pantheon, because we went to the Pantheon. Oh no, actually we first and foremost went to the Pantheon, right, as I mentioned before, but then realized it was a little busy and we were a bit hungry, so we actually just went to Cinco Vinaio and ate first, and then went to the Pantheon afterwards. You don't need a pre-booking ticket for the Pantheon specifically, because you could just get in relatively easy. So as you can see, the Pantheon's right over here. I think the Trevi Fountain's somewhere over here. So what you're gonna want to do is, with the Pantheon being here, Cinco Vinaio is just going to be a little bit of a walk upwards. Soon enough, you'll probably head on over to the Cinco Vinaio location that I specifically went to. Super close to the Pantheon. I would recommend you go to this one. The line might be relatively long, but if you're visiting Italy, specifically Rome, it's highly recommended to try this sandwich shop. I really enjoyed it, and I'm sure you're gonna enjoy it too, so definitely check it out.
Gioletti in Rome, Italy, and here's what I thought of the mango pistachio with the cream on top gelato. And here we go for the taste test. And the mango is pretty good.
The cream on top was a nice
pistachio
touch.
is good too, 8, and the cream on top of course is good, so 8. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and peace.
Okay, so the thing about having gelato in Rome, Italy is you have to go to the authentic places. It's very important that you do so, and imperative that you do so, because if you go, for example, to the Trevi Fountain and have selected gelato foods over there, they're gonna look extremely colorful and mountainy, if that's a word, and those aren't necessarily the authentic places. You want to go to these well-researched and have been around for a long time gelato locations. You won't regret it whatsoever. We specifically went to a place called Gioletti, so I'm just gonna go ahead and search that now. As you can see from searching, Pantheon is right over here, which is a pretty popular tourist location, I must say so myself. All you simply have to do is just walk up all the way over here into Gioletti. 100% would recommend that you do so, because it was one of the best ice creams and gelatos I've ever had in my life. It's also close to the Piazza Novana, as you can see on the screen here, so all the more reason to head on over to this ice cream spot, because it was top tier for sure, I'll say that. So let's continue on the video.
My girlfriend and I tried San Pistachio Cafe in Rome, Italy, and here's what we thought of our espresso. It was really good, so 8 out of 10. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and peace.
Yeah, that place was really good. It's like one of the trademark coffee shops
because without even searching it on the menu here, I think if I remember correctly, the coffee shop's gonna be somewhere in this specific vicinity. If you're looking for an iced drink in Italy, I don't think you're gonna find that. You might have a lot of trouble actually finding that. So what you're gonna want to do is probably order yourself some sort of espresso during the morning to afternoon half. And if you want, latte or cappuccino is appropriate, but having cappuccino in the afternoon is not, because I think in Italian country that's pretty frowned upon. So if you do order that cappuccino, definitely have it in the morning half. Austria to Fortunata in Rome, Italy, and here's what I thought of my carbonara. And the noodles are actually handmade right in front of us, and this carbonara is hella bomb, so I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. And now we're gonna be moving on to the amatriciana, and this was
Both were
really,
really
bomb
good.
Too. Also homemade noodles.
Two
from the
top
store
items that you
itself,
should
and
get.
super duper bomb. I'll probably give it an 8, so leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and peace out, guys. See you later. For those places, when you go to Rome, Italy specifically, you either get the amatriciana or the carbonara. Excuse the pronunciation, probably doing it terribly wrong, but nonetheless, for the restaurant that we just saw, there's 2 specific locations, one going towards the south end of the city, heading towards Trastevere, I think that's the pronunciation, and then there's another location right next to the Pantheon. We actually went to the one next to the Pantheon. The carbonara and matriciana for that place was so good, so if you do have a chance, definitely check out the place that we just watched as well. 100 tiramisu in Rome, Italy, and here's what I thought of the dessert. So for context, tiramisu is kind of like a coffee-based dessert made in Italy, and here's what I thought of the food, and it was really good. I'll probably give it an 8.5 out of 10. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and peace. So there was like, I think 2 places that we researched specifically for tiramisu, and one of them was definitely Mr. 100 tiramisu, and it was pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. The thing about Rome is that everything's pretty centrally located and super close to each other, because this is a place that was the Roman Empire, right? They didn't have access to cars or things like this before, so this isn't made for cars, this was made for walking, so that's why I think everything was super close. So I definitely recommend try out Mr. 100 tiramisu, but there's also other places that we'll discuss later in this video that'll be later on, so definitely watch the video to the end. In Rome, Italy, and here's what I thought of the pizza, and I got pizza mozzarella, and it was really good, so I'm probably gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and peace. I tried Roscioli Cafe in Rome, Italy, and here's what I thought of my cappuccino. And don't worry, guys, don't cancel me. I had the cappuccino in the morning. Not night. It was really good. 8 out of 10. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and peace out. I tried espresso from a vending machine in Rome, Italy, and here's what I thought. And it baffles my mind that they have espresso machines in the first place, because you wouldn't find anything like this in Canada. This is literally specifically in the Roman Forum area. And here's what I thought. An 8 out of 10. So leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and peace. My recommendation for you guys, if you're heading on over to Rome, Italy, and you specifically want to head towards the direction of the Vatican Museum and St. Peter's Chapel and the Sistine Chapel and all that, I would recommend to actually go to Roscioli. Well, okay, it's relatively out of the way, but I think the idea is it's in this part of the town. So like if you were to hit up Roscioli, I think it's somewhere around here, let's just say so. I don't know if that's the correct one, but you hit up Roscioli in the morning, you try the coffee, and you would also try the pizza, because it's the signature Roman pizza where you kind of just order it and grab the slice, head on out, go. I would recommend it. You do that in the morning and then head on over to your other locations, as we could see on the map, either the Vatican or Trastevere, because you'll be really accessible. Or if not, actually, I think what we actually did do was we were over here, we went to Roscioli specifically in the morning half, then you would head on over to Circle Massimo, and then you would check out the Termini di Caracalla, sorry for the pronunciation, but that's I think what we did. Or go around, and then we headed to our appointment at the Colosseum. I checked that out and then ate somewhere else after. So if you were to go to Roscioli first and then made that little loop, I think that's for you guys, if you're planning on going to Rome, Italy, is the most beneficial for your trip to the eastern side of the world. Well, in Rome, Italy, and here's what I thought of all the food. So we're gonna be starting off with carbonara. Base carbonara generally have some sort of egg, noodles, cheese, and bacon, but they're gonna be Italian specific. So here we go for the taste test. And this carbonara is by far one of the best carbonaras I've ever had in my life, so I'm gonna give it a solid 9.5. And now we're gonna be moving on to the matriciana. Matriciana is kind of the same thing, but the only thing you're gonna switch around is having no egg and then adding tomato sauce. It's pretty much the same thing. So here we go for the taste test, and this is really good too. I'm gonna give it a solid 9. Best thing ever. It's obviously more than that for the Italians that end up watching this, obviously, but just for simplicity purposes, the ingredients I mentioned were just so other people could understand really well. And to be fair, I'm not Italian myself. I'll give myself a pass card there if I'm allowed to do that.
And here we go for the 3 bruschettas. So one of them.
Oh, this was
is the
also
base
really
tomato
good. This
model,
place was
and then we're
bomb.
also going to be moving on to the anchovy one with mozzarella. It was really yummy and delicious too as well. The 3 bruschettas came in an entire set, so we definitely had to try them all. And then last but not least, we're going to be moving on towards that last ham and mozzarella. This was equally as bomb too. I'm probably going to give all of them an 8.5 equally. They were really delicious, and I highly recommend you guys check out Tonorella if you do have a chance. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and peace out.
Tonorella was probably peak. I think it was my personal literal favorite restaurants when I went to Rome, Italy, and probably the same for my girlfriend as well. When we went there was a bit of a queue and a line that you had to wait for, but in my honest opinion, it's really worth it. The price of the food was only €12, which isn't really that expensive if you really think about it, for the value that you get. Of course, you're gonna have to order carbonara matriciana, because that was flippin' bomb. Would recommend for sure. Definitely try to squeeze this restaurant. We didn't have a chance to try Otello, but I would recommend those restaurants in Trastevere. Put into your schedule, you won't regret it, and honestly, just take my word for it, because it was flippin' good for sure.
Soupli Roma in Rome, Italy, and here is what I thought of the food. And basically, a soup is a ball of rice with tomato inside. Here's what I thought of the food. It was really good. 8.5. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and peace. I tried tiramisu mirisu in Rome, Italy, and here's what I thought of the tiramisu. So we have pistachio and the original tiramisu flavor to try. So we're gonna start off with the pistachio first. This was pretty good, so I'm probably gonna give it around, let's say, an 8 out of 10. It wasn't too bad. And then now we're gonna be moving on to the classic tiramisu flavor. In my honest opinion, I like this one a little better, so I'm probably gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. So leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and peace out, guys. See you later.
As you could see, we're in the Trastevere part of town. You're gonna find those 2 restaurants there, one being Soupli and then the other one being the tiramisu place that was just featured in the video that was shown. I recommend going to those places too if you're in this part of town. For me, it was extremely delicious, and Soupli is also, you want to say, a signature dish of Rome, Italy, or just Italy in general. So if you're in town, you definitely have to try it at Soupli too. The other tiramisu place was pretty good, but if you miss it, it's not the worst thing in the world, I'll be honest with you. If you're there, you might as well just check it out anyways.
Pasta Imperiale in Rome, Italy, and here's what I thought of the pesto gnocchi. And this is by far one of the best gnocchis I've ever had in my life, so I'm gonna give it a solid 8.5. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and peace out, guys.
So I think Pasta Imperiale specifically was here in town. I think what we did on our trip was we went to the Sistine Chapel and the Vatican Museum, checked out the St. Peter's Basilica, obviously, then we went back into the main part of town and then hit up Pasta Imperiale somewhere over here. You would consider this more as like faster food joints Italian place, but the quality was quite nice. I got the gnocchi and was pleasantly surprised by how tasty and delicious it actually was. I think there's going to be multiple branches of Pasta Imperiale throughout Rome, Italy, so if you have a chance to hit up one if you're really hungry, would recommend it too as well.
Of my strawberry tiramisu, it was extremely good, so I'm actually gonna give it a 9 out of 10. So leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and peace out. I tried Frigidarium in Rome, Italy, and here's what I thought of my gelato. So it came with pistachio, mango, and cream on top. This was all extremely good. I highly recommend it. So 8.5. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and peace.
Those 2 places specifically, the tiramisu place and the ice cream place, were extremely close to each other. Definitely check those out because they're not too far away from each other. It's in central parts of town. To be honest, that strawberry tiramisu was my personal favorite, so I would recommend you guys check that out. And the gelato was equally as good as the other Gioletti place, I must say. Favorite part by far is the really high quality ingredients and the cream on top, because I feel like that's pretty unique to Rome. Don't really get cream on top here in Canada. Would recommend you guys check out those places too. Put that on your list for sure.
And here's what I thought of the pizza. It was really good, so I'm probably gonna.
This is only if you're desperate for this video.
Leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
Don't have to go here.
See you later. I tried Barnero Cafe in Rome, Italy, and here's what I thought of everything. So I started off with the espresso.
Barnero is close to the Vatican.
I definitely needed it.
Go if you
so
want.
I'm gonna give
you
it
don't
an
have
8
to.
out of 10. I also had the pistachio croissant too as well. And
this was good.
Pretty bust. I actually enjoyed this quite a bit. I'm probably gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10 too. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and peace out, guys. I tried the Meritozzi in Fiumicino Airport in Rome, Italy, and here's what I thought of the Meritozzi. And it was pretty yummy. I liked how there was like a little bit of a cream in the middle. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and peace.
Okay, yeah, the Meritozzi place is sort of like cherry on the top. Unfortunately, we didn't have time to find a specific place to try the Meritozzi, but we managed to see it at the airport, which was quite nice. So we took our opportunity to try it there, and Meritozzi was yummy. No surprise, it's Italian food. If you want to try that too, put it on the list. Would recommend. So with that being said, overall, I hope this video really helps you guys out in and trying to figure out where you're going to eat in Rome, Italy. I know sometimes it can be very intimidating to go to a new country, and finding these signature foods to try is pretty daunting of a task too as well. So I hope my video has been able to help you guys make that process a bit easier. Before we end today's video, just be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I hope this video helps you guys out. I'll be out with more videos in the future. With that being said, peace out.